So, throughout this partial, we talked about things we believed in and things we didn't. And for these three essays, I got really lost and really confused since not only did I question myself, but I questioned what I believed in and how I had been raised to believe in certain things and how not to believe in other things. And in these essays, I felt that they were the most complicated ones I have ever made because I needed to find ways to prove that I was either right or wrong in my ideas, and I had to prove whether other people were right about them or they were wrong just like me. So basically, this module got me into thinking, well, some things I believe in aren't true, but others might be. The thing that defines this is how we see them and which perspective we decide to take upon
Hello,
it.
my name is Andrea Denise Guerra Martinez, and I'm gonna be talking about the three essays that we had to write in English class, and the topic was to believe or not to believe. Well, this is a very interesting topic, at least for me, because there have been a lot of different opinions from people about whether we need to believe in something or not. Um, and well, it's basically your choice. No one can tell you what to believe or what not to believe. So yeah, and well, my favorite essay was the second one because I got to talk about whether or not we should believe what other people tell us in a negative way. Like we grow up being shaped by our families, by society, by consumism, by publicity, by a lot of things that don't allow us to grow properly and that make us believe that we are not pretty, that we are fat, we're not enough. And I think that is really wrong in the world right now. We shouldn't be we shouldn't believe them. We shouldn't get all of that information get in our heads. And well, yeah, that was uh, my favorite essay. And in the end, it's your choice if you believe or not. So yeah.
Okay, my name is Sandra Palomogil, and today I'm going to talk about my third essay. And this essay was really special for me because it talked about um, believing or not believing in something they tell you. So, and your experience. So, it's really essential for me because as a kid, you always believe everything they told you. You trust that person that what they are saying to you is the truth. So when this 2012 extravaganza came about the end of the world, every magazine, every newspaper, every media, even the internet was really exploding with information that the world was going to end in 2012 and you better catch yourself, you better do the things you never did before, and etc. etc. So I thought to myself, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want my family to die. I don't want my friends to die. What about my future? What about me? And I became really obsessed with that. So I started to investigate more and more and more. And it was the worst thing I could have ever done because every media that I clicked on or read, it was everything a myth, everything. But I believed in it because they were in magazines and newspaper, and I thought they were saying the truth when it was not. So as I read on every newspaper, every magazine, I thought to myself, yeah, the world is going to end. It's a fact. There's no stopping it. So I became depressed. I didn't want to go fully on my life. I didn't want to enjoy anything. I didn't even want to do a thing because I was so depressed that I was going to die in 2012. And I kept on with this behavior for like 9 to 12 months, almost a year. A year of my life was lost because of false information, of a myth, and I chose to believe in it when it was not truth. So for me, it's really important to keep on that sense that not everything the media tells you or even your own parents or friends is true. You should like go and make yourself up for it. What do I mean by that? You should go investigate yourself. You should be flooded with information and you choose to believe in it or not in base of those criteria. Because if you choose to believe in it in the first place, in the first glance you see a picture of an UFO or whatever, I believe that you're going to just destroy yourself because you choose to believe everything they told you. And that's really naive for someone. Because if you chose to believe everything they told you, you would be destroyed in a sense. Because your criteria, your morals would be destroyed as I was destroyed. So I had to keep myself up and tell me it's not gonna end. But I chose the wrong path. So part of my life was destroyed by depression, and I didn't want to go out. I didn't even was happy. I wasn't happy because I thought to myself, okay, this is the end. So it's really special for me, this essay, because you need a balance between believing and not believing, and you have to make yourself up for it in based on your criteria and what everyone told you and what you are investigating on. So be real careful with the information you have. Words are really powerful. That's what that lesson taught me. So yeah, thank you.
Hi, I'm going to talk about my essay 2.3. It's about thinking in your own criteria. I am going to talk about. I talked about how I insult my classmates in junior high school, calling them nacos or indios, and now I'm shocked because um, I love indigenous people, and when I knew that I was insulting my classmates with that word that defines indigenous people, I was shocked. And the activity is about how people is affected by that situation, and people is affected because I was insulting them, and also my classmates, I was insulting them, and also I was insulting indigenous people, and I didn't know. So now I regret it, and now I know.